Pretty people, all the pretty people say hi to Risha. Let me know that you're in the building. Hello, gorgeous. Hashtag to all the pretty people. What that means is, let me press Instagram. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. If you are a pretty person from the inside out, say hi to Risha. Hashtag to the pretty people. I'm so excited. If you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie. That just means you're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me. And then, of course, if you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag two people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties, and you can ask me any business question and I will teach on that subject or answer you privately. So go ahead and tag two people and share the broadcast. I told you earlier that I will be live at 2:30 with a guest. Yes, I'm interviewing the one and only Michelle Cunningham. And so we're going to talk about your business is jumpstarting January. And I told you, whenever I am collaborating with someone, I'm going to bring you the best of the best so your businesses will grow. So if you don't know, I'm Jerusha, motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach, social marketer, and I help people build their businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. And then I'm super excited because I'm currently developing 100 new business partners to partner with me. Yes, so we can leverage and monetize social media together. So if you want to learn more about the 100, put 100 in the chat. But today it's all about you and your business and jumpstarting January. And so I'm going to bring on my special guest. And I told you I'm going to be doing more interviews in 2023 because you know what? The people that I know are pretty phenomenal, and I want you to get to know those people as well. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on our special guest. Yes, say hi to Rusha in the chat. Let me know that you're present. I'm streaming in several places because I want you guys to have all of this goodness. And so this is our guest for today. Hello, Michelle Cunningham is in the building.
I'm so excited. I just moved into a new office, so I'm still working on decorating. But next week, the shelving's going up. It's going to be legit. How are you guys? I'm so excited to be here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So I know your accolades, but my community, the pretty people, they want to know who you are. So I'd love to know, your background, your backstory, and how did you come up with this great Jumpstart January? So tell me, your accolades.
Yeah. Okay. So I grew up incredibly humble beginnings, right? I think it's an important part of the story because I think sometimes you see someone who's having success and you're like, you must have had it handed to you. I'm like, nothing was handed to me ever in my life. I was the poor kid. I wanted Pantene shampoo as a kid as like a dream. Like I wanted to be rich like people who could afford Pantene shampoo. So I come from very humble beginnings, but I was always very driven to make money because I knew that people that had money had choices and I didn't have them. And so paid my way through high school, really like working jobs and buying my own clothes and all the things. My mom didn't have extra money, single mom, 3 kids. And graduated college, paid my way through college, landed my dream job as a pharmaceutical sales rep. And while I'm at that job, I'm like, man, this is like kind of boring. Like go to a doctor's office, try to get them drugs, try to talk to them. They don't want to talk to me. And I was making a salary and I'm like, this is annoying. Like the harder I work, the more money I don't make here. Like it just like deflated my soul because I was used to waiting tables where the harder you work, the more money you made. Right. And so it was, to me, it was just like, man, I would love to make extra money. I feel like I want to be an entrepreneur, but I have no idea where to start. And I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And if you haven't read it, it's by Robert Kiyosaki. It was like a pivotal moment in my life. Like reading that book, he was like, true entrepreneurs, build wealth through owning a small business, investing in real estate, or getting involved in network marketing if you don't have startup costs. And I was like, okay, well, the first 2 are out because I'm broke. So the third one, I don't have a lot of money. Good, let's do network marketing, right? And so I started like researching and figuring it out. And I think it was a God thing, but my coworker was like, hey, my wife sells this beauty and skincare product alongside her full-time job. You should go to this meeting with her. I'm like, all right, she makes money. He's like, yeah, on the side. I'm like, that sounds like what I need because I was just like bored out of my skull in corporate America. Go to the meeting. In the room, ladies there, one's claiming to make 6 figures, another one's a millionaire, another one's driving a free car. And I'm like, stop it. This is potentially awesome, or this is potentially a scam. But I think it's awesome, right? So I go home and I tell my mom, and my mom confirms that indeed it's totally a scam. And then I'm like, me.
Oh, man.
I know, like, I'm not going to join. And then I'm like, dude, I'm 23. I don't have to listen to my mom. I'm going to sign up anyway. So I did. And, But that was, that was 2009. And in 2009, there was no text message and there was no Facebook. So the only directive I got from my leader was like, honey, if you don't know anyone, you're going to have to walk up to people. And I'm like, that's actually horrible. Like, I'm not doing that. So I didn't do that for 6 years. And at 29 years old, I was fed up enough with my corporate job. And I knew one day I wanted to have kids and I didn't want to be working 80 hours a week doing the hustle. And what had changed in 2009 is that text messaging had started to come out. And I was like, I bet you I could like text message people to book appointments. Like I was like, that would be good. So anyway, I found a mentor. She showed me the ropes. And 6 months after meeting that mentor and using text messaging, which didn't require me to talk to humans, it was awesome. I went from 0 team members to 50 team members. I went from 0 customers to 300 customers. I went from no free car to earning the free car. I went from not being in a leadership position to becoming a top 1% leader. And it all happened in 6 months. It was a massive shift. And it was because she believed in me and she gave me a game plan. She showed me what to do. I think for 6 years I went to events where they're like, you can do it. I'm like, no, I probably could do it if I knew what
to do.
Just show me what to do.
Right.
So, like, I remember Jerusha for all those years, like it was so painful to me because like I didn't know what to do. And I said, in that time, I was like, if I ever figure this out, I am not going to keep this secret because I remember that pain of just feeling like less than and like, I can't do this. And so then once I finally figured it out, I'm like, dude, I'm starting a YouTube channel. So I started a YouTube channel and then I started creating, people are like, do you have courses? I'm like, I don't, but I'll make some. And so I started making digital courses and that course creation business grew so big with over 38,000 students, which blows my mind. That I actually left network marketing, which I never thought I would leave, but I left in 2019 because the business of training and helping people grew so big. And I love it. Like, I feel like network marketing is a stepping stone for many of us. Like
Right.
you get this, you get your confidence, and then boom, you can have these offshoot businesses that happen. And that's exactly what happened to me. And so, I love what network marketing has done for my life. And, got to meet you through network marketing. Which
I know. I love your story. I love hearing the story because anybody can do it. And so that's the beauty of it if you're willing to learn a skill. But you said something very important that I love is I'm a doer. I need to know the actual steps and the actual task, not just cheerleading me on, like tell me what to do. And so I think that's where you and I connect because you have this great January jumpstart that is now, and all of my viewers. So make sure you tag 2 people or share the broadcast can be a part of this. The link is in my bio. And so, Michelle, what I want to ask you is how can the January Jumpstart help my audience, help the pretty people?
Yeah. So January Jumpstart is like, like when I met that lady who was my mentor, her name was Maggie. She was like, here's a guide. And like, she gave me at the time what the guide was, which was like how to get leads, how to like book a party, how to see people and like how to sell. And it's like what I needed. So this is like that guide, but on like next level. Like it is
On steroids.
Yeah, it's on steroids. If we could say that. This is like everything you need to get to the next level. So I take you from like, how did I shift my brain? Like I failed for 6 years, but like in that 6-month period where like I skyrocketed, there was some massive new things that I was telling my brain and I put them in here. Then it's like, okay, how do we take that new mindset and how do we get leads? And some of you might be, I'd be so curious, like what companies you're with, but some of you might be like, I want to generate leads like locally. Like I think that'd be fun. Some of you might say, I don't want to leave my house. I want to do it all online. Right. And I would say to you, awesome. You can do it either way. Do it the way that works for your confidence level that makes you excited. Right. Because sometimes someone teaches you a way to do something and you're like, I will never do that. I'm not going to do it. So I give you a ton of different strategies on how to generate leads locally, how to generate leads in person, and then how to turn 1 lead into 20. Because when you get that machine running, forget about it. Like your business, no matter what you sell, if you can master massive quantity of leads continually happening, you will never run out of business, right? Like I remember in the early days, people were like, if you're out of appointments, you're out of business. They used to say that in my company. And I'm like, how about like, what comes before that? Like, what if you don't have anyone to talk to? You need to have people to talk to, right? So I'm obsessed with showing you how to generate leads because that takes the emotion out of this business. If we don't have leads, then we cry. And then we send a message to our neighbor and our friend and it's awkward and they say no. And we're like, I hate this business. It's so hard. I did not put this on my friends and family one bit, right? So you don't have to. I'm an introvert. I don't want to bug them about it. They watched me earn like car after car after company level car, next level, highest level car in my driveway. They're like, how did that happen? They had no clue because I never invited them because I didn't want to. So you can build your business with strangers. Okay. So I show you how to do that. Then I show you, so we got all these leads. How do we turn these leads into actual appointments, right? So, and like, I don't know if you've ever had my workbooks, but there's we always over deliver. That's basically the company rule. So when we make a workbook, we're like, how can we make it so pretty and so comprehensive so you would have 0 questions? It gives you every single script, every strategy, everything. So then it goes from leads to how to actually book appointments. How do you book the appointments? How do you close the sale? What do you say when you're sitting with them to ask for their money? Like, it used to stress me out. I'm like, I'm not going to hold an appointment because I don't know how to ask for money. So I give you my funny little quirky things that I say. And what's cool about it is you get the workbook, but you also get a quick 2-hour training where I unpack this whole thing for you in 2 hours. So it's like, instead of making it like a 5-day training, I'm like, no, you don't have a lot of time. Let me give you everything you need to know for the year, plus give you the comprehensive workbook. You get the PDF of this. Some people that are in the group are like, can you mail this to us? And we can mail it to you if you want to pay a little extra. But literally, the PDF of this plus the 2 hours training is everything you need for success. I mean, for this year, but you could use it for every year. Because then we go from booking, I show you how to recruit. I show you how I recruited 22 people in 1 month, the massive shift that I had. And then I show you from there a sale email you can send out, a series that you can do in January to massively blow up your sales. And so even if you're not in network marketing, this is like stuff I've had like masseuses take this. They're like, oh man, I played the referral game at my massage and I got all these referrals and now I have unlimited customers. Like, this stuff just works no matter what you sell. So, and it's going on right now. So the next training is Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, Saturday at noon Eastern. It's live inside the Facebook group. I have the recording done, and then I'm there in the chat answering all your questions. It's so fun and so interactive. And there's accountability buddies inside the Facebook group, so people are linking up. And the last part of it that's super cool, we have an award ceremony going on. So in February on the 24th at noon, we're doing a massive award ceremony where I'm going to award your efforts. So you'll win random prizes just for being there, but you'll win random prizes for being like the top seller, the top recruiter, the top message sender, the top whatever. So we're going to be awarding prizes. So it's cool because it's not just like, hey, just take this training, good luck. It's like, take this training, and then January and February, link up with an accountability buddy in the group and let's like crush it. So this is what's going on, and it's so fun. Oh, how much is it? It's $27.
Yeah, I was like, it's lunch money. I didn't want to answer. It's lunch money, baby. You can't afford it. You can.
Yeah. This potentially could be like a $497 course. And I'm like, let's just make it 47. But I promise you, and I say this to everyone, I don't ever make money unless I'm making someone exponentially more money. So we have 100% money back guarantee. If you buy the course, you follow along, you do what's in here, and you don't make money, just ask us for a refund. Like, that's literally how confident I am, because it's a massive over deliver of script strategy. You would ever
does over deliver. The link is in the bio. Brandolyn, the link is in the bio. So if you're watching right now, just go to the link in my bio, and as soon as you click the link, it says January Jumpstart. So grab it right now. Like she said, starts on Friday. So I got to ask you this, Michelle. So you really told me everything that they can expect already in the Jumpstart. Will they have the replay? How does that part work?
Yeah, so you'll get replay inside the Facebook group through the end of January. So it's right there inside the guides. Actually, if you sign up now, the training is in there because we did it today. So it's actually in there. But if you're like, no, I want to be on live, and when I want to ask questions, then you want to do it on Friday or Saturday. So, but the training's already in there. So you can jump in, watch the training. It's there for the whole month. If you're like, man, I like to have training forever, there's a lifetime access upgrade for $17. Just grab that. That'll put it inside an app and our membership area for you, so you can access all of the training for life. So, and it's just a great, like, comprehensive training if you want to like snag little bits and show your team. And like, it's just a good training to have in your wheelhouse for years to come. I mean, this stuff I was doing 10 years ago, right? And stuff that I'm doing, it like works no matter what time of year it is or what company, it just works. So we have access for a while.
Okay, perfect. Sheila, it's only $27. You can't afford it. You can't afford not to get in there, because Michelle does over deliver. And if she's providing all of the tools to help you generate money for your business. And so I've been in her courses, and that's why I wanted to bring her to you guys so you can take advantage of this. So let me ask you, is this your first January Jumpstart, or do you have testimonials and stories from people who've taken it before?
So, well, we do it every year, but this one we've added 60 pages because we got like a new story strategy that's super good on how to get 50% of people to say yes to trying your samples in stories. We put a new training in there. We also put the email strategy sequence in there, which is pretty solid. But like, we have tons and tons of testimonials, even Just in the group, we were asking people like, hey, what were your thoughts? So these are people and what they're saying. So it was the most productive 27 and 2 hours I have ever spent. Sorry. I'm excited to put this in action. Another person, so worth it. I've been through January Jumpstart last year. Anytime one can catch Michelle's training, it's worth it. I plan on watching them over and over. Wonderful. And I'm going to watch it again when I get home. So much to take in. Thanks goodness for the workbook. Awesome. The training, the tips, the workbook, all amazing. Loved it. We just asked people what their feedback was. I don't know if you can see all these comments, but it goes on for days inside the group of like super informative. Oh my God, I'm amazing, to the point. Blah, blah. And it's the deal. Like it's fast, it's 2 hours. And I'm like, I'm going to be like giving you a lot of information, but now you have the whole year to implement it. And you can go back and watch the training and slowly work through your workbook. So if you're the kind of person that's just like, give me the meat and potatoes, I need the solid system. I don't want to play around. That's exactly what this is. So it's fast paced and super awesome. And we don't have no one's asking for refunds. I mean,
right, exactly. There's no way. I mean, just the first 30 minutes, you're like, it's okay. It's more than what you are charging. So I just am so happy to be connected with you and be able to work with you on this level. And so any ending thoughts for the pretty people community? I got some questions here. Let's see here. How can they get the book? Okay. As soon as you register and you're in the group, you'll be able to get the book.
Yeah. The second you register, you'll end up on a confirmation page. It's like, hey, join the Facebook group here. And then boom, print your workbook here. And do you want us to mail you the workbook? Because some people want this mailed to them. So you can pay extra to have this mailed to you. So we have a print shop locally that prints them, but it's honestly cheaper if you just send it to your print shop and get it printed. But if you're like, I don't want to deal with it, just send me one. You can do this. So it's like a convenience we offer.
Okay, so as soon as you get in and you register at the link in the bio, you'll be in the group. You'll be able to get the book, download it like she said, or she can send it to you. So that answers that question. So anything else we need to know? Because we're going to be in the January Jumpstart.
It's going to be amazing. There's so much goodness going on in the group. And I would just say, like, I think that one of the key things and one of the reasons that I am where I am today, and probably the same of you too, Jerusha, is that I've always believed in investing in my success. And I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars hiring people that are smarter than me to teach me the things that I know and to help me get to the next level. And so, whenever you can just dive into somebody's brain and get their brain and learn from them, and even if you take away 2 or 3 key things, but those key things can be game changers. And so, it's just, I think it's what the successful people do is you invest in your success. And this one, I made it like, let's make it a very small investment. So, if you got to I remember I have been broke very, half of my life was broke. Half of my life was not broke. But when I was broke, I was like, okay, you know what? Investing in that course. I remember buying $1,000 course when I did not have $1,000. I was like really in debt. And I'm like, but I need this. And that investment made me millions. I'm not kidding. Because I learned some massive strategy in there that changed the game for me. So I think because my heart is like, man, I was so broke for a while. I'm like, let's not make this $1,000. Let's make it 27. So 27 is giving up a few Starbucks for the week or getting any extra little thing, change it. I remember a period in my life, I was so broke. I gave up cheese because I'm like, cheese is expensive. Salt tastes the same as cheese. Salt's cheaper. So I made some switches. I didn't have gum for a whole year because gum was expensive. I did not have Starbucks. Didn't get my nails done. I mean, I was like, I can live on nothing. I think I ate potatoes. I don't even know what I ate, but cheap, so sometimes we just have to shift the way we're spending our money to spend it on things that are going to elevate us and get us more money. I always buy things that make me more money. That's like, I don't buy fancy purses because they don't make me more money. I think it's a waste of money. So that's just my mindset.
I love it. I love the way that you teach. I love the way that you are still humble and can relate to how you felt when you didn't have it. And so a lot of times people become super successful when they forget, those things matter. So I love your story. So I'm not going to take up your Saturday. Like I said, I wanted to make sure I interviewed you for the pretty people because I want them a part of the January Jumpstart. So please go to the link in the bio, grab the Jumpstart. It starts Friday. And that way you're in the group and you have a community that is going to support you. All of your questions are going to be answered. And it's nothing like going into a place and people are like, how can I help you? What do you need? As opposed to you trying to figure it out. And so, yes. Well, go ahead.
Instagram is at the Michelle Cunningham. I just saw that comment there. At the Michelle Cunningham.
So tell them how they can follow you on all of your social medias and I'll let you go.
Just search for Michelle Cunningham on Google and then things pop up a lot. It's awesome.
Right. So it's Michelle Cunningham. So make sure that you follow her. She's awesome. She has a book, Do It Anyway. Is that right? Yes.
Do it anyway, girl.
Yes. And I
That's
have
me.
the book as well. So trust me when I tell you that she is thebomb.com. So happy to be in your space, Michelle. I appreciate your time as always. And so everybody say, thank you, Michelle.
I
She
love
said she's ready. Okay, great, great. All right. Thank you, Michelle. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Don't you just love this? Oh my goodness. And just imagine, I'm going to have several interviews for you this year. I decided, you know what? I know some really great people. And I want to get you in front of the best of the best. And if you are still, contemplating, stop. Okay. It's up to you to make this happen this year. And I know you are afraid sometimes, but you know what? I do everything scared. Like all of this, I do everything scared. And know you are afraid, but you determine the outcome of your success. And I told you this story before. There was a little boy dreaming, and a bear was chasing him. And so he ran from the bear and he got to a cliff. And it was either jump over the cliff and still die or let the bear eat you. And so the bear came up to the little boy on his hind legs, and the little boy was like, oh my gosh, Mr. Bear, are you going to eat me? And the bear said to the little boy, you determine your fate. It's your dream. He was dreaming. Yes. And so, what I want to say to you is, you determine your fate. It's your dream. It's your dream to write a novel. It's your dream to sing. It's your dream to dance. It's your dream to preach, teach, whatever. It's your dream to be a successful entrepreneur. You determine your fate. Write this down. If it's, both terrifying and amazing, then you should definitely pursue it. And so I'm just excited for you. I'm grateful. Yes, for the pretty people. I see Jumpstart, Jumpstart. You can also comment Jumpstart and I'll send you the link, but the link is in my bio for the January Jumpstart. You can comment in the chat, Jumpstart, January Jumpstart, and I'll send it to you. But also you can just go to the bio and grab it today. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I see you on the page. Yes, Jumpstart, Jumpstart. And I'll send the link to you. So check your DM. I'm going to send the link to you. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. Tag 2 people, share the broadcast. Have a great Saturday.